nation of wizards that have, or supposedly have flying ships.
Well, it's not just Harua, though. It's also the Chinese type people that I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, everyone's heard of the show long.
Harua doesn't have spelljamming ships, they have flying ships. That's the point.
So they're like the ships and they're like the flying ships of Eberron. Got it. Kind of. That's totally two different places, but I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do not know this Eberron of which you speak.
Anyways.
So, I mean, you guys have exchanged your information, met up, done some discussions. What's the next plan?
I think we should. I think one of the most pressing things right now, we should try to find a way to bring Torland to justice in any way we can. I don't
think we can. I don't think it's in our.
Anyway, my character remarks.
At this point, I don't care about the methods involved as long as we bring him to justice.
Well, it's quite a dangerous thing because I think the only way you're going to find anything is by sneaking in their stately home.
At this point, we know he's involved, and because of that, I do not feel bad about any methods we attempt to get information about him that could get him convicted for his crimes.
It might be that he's just in a bad spot because he's being blackmailed.
But he's still involved, which means he's still complicit with these crimes. I mean, he should face some kind of
hang on. Imagine a scenario where they've kidnapped his family members and have said if he doesn't cooperate that they'll execute them.
Even in that case, even if we do save his family members, he should still be held accountable for what crimes he committed.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is we don't know the exact situation. It could be that someone sneaking into his home could discover something, but we're up against someone smart. Yeah. So I've gone along with you guys with the warehouse thing, but they tried to turn that against us. So we have to bear in mind, and I'm not saying no to anything, we have to bear in mind that if we're going to go and try and sneak in his house or do whatever, that you guys have to have a plan. And if they manage to get us arrested and we can't go out and look after this ship that we've been paid to go look after, that ship could possibly get destroyed. So you need to take that into account.
Yeah, all those lives.
Of course.
I'm thinking. I thought about it, and I figured the best way about it to get any more information about his involvement is to take out the ship that's been attacking other ships.
Yeah.
The other ship. So.
But that's something that we're going to be doing in a few days with the ship that's coming with us. It would be a lot harder if we went out there by ourselves because we wouldn't have the backup.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Is we do that, we find out then, and we no more of this messing around with House Torland because they're already on high alert. They're going to get rid of any evidence. If they had any evidence on the estate and the warehouse, they would have gotten rid of it by now because it's too risky to keep it.
Well,
if we went to House Torland now, we should go to... If we really think there's something wrong, then we have to go to their house, not to their warehouse.
Well, Higgimus, you noticed that they had a weird safe in the warehouse. They could be storing evidence there as well.
Yeah, but
I don't think we'll get back into the warehouse. I would think of sending Tayan in to have a look around because even though he can't do much, let's say if they're being threatened, he would definitely see there's something. Let's say that two human figures will be sitting in chairs and two standing behind them or whatever.
That's true. But bear in mind that if they're looking for us, they could capture Tayan and kill him. Yeah? So we need to be careful because we nearly got into a lot of trouble over the warehouse thing. I think we managed to talk our way out of it. Yeah? And we know that house is dodgy. We know there's something dodgy going on, but we need to be careful because these are very important people, and they have the respect of the rich people on Brow, and we don't. So if it comes to our word against their word, they have more standing than us.
And we may not even have the skill set. We may not have the particular skill set to pull something like this off.
Like I said, I figure we just wait and we find out more information on the ship. That's the only, and then and if we find enough information to warrant a full-scale investigation, that we would have had fun. But the only way we're going to get anywhere with this information, I think, because sneaking in at this point is too high risk because they're going to be on high alert.
Well, there may be other things we can do. There might be other things we can do.
I kind of agree with Yeldin on this. Where we can, we're probably going to get the most information once we go out and do this mission. But if there's other things we could be doing to get like little tidbits here and there, that's fine. As long as like what Braxon says here, we need to not be caught and get in trouble for anything.
Yeah.
What's your opinion, Lafdul?
One thing I was going to suggest, if I could jump in, is we already know they tried to attack Ockar. Now, before we don't know for 100% sure that was them, but before we had a strategy to stop people attacking people with the muggers before Ockar joined us, we could try that same strategy and try to lure out another attack against Ockar. And if we can grab the people that try to chase him down, rather than have one of them get killed and the rest run away, we can take them to the watch. And if we can prove a link between them and the house, that might help. And another thing is, if we think that this Scavver is 150 foot long and is a ship disguised as a Scavver, we can go down to the docks and we can take a look at what ships are on the docks and see what ships are around 150 feet and see what leaves before we do, or around the same,
We could ask around with the shipmaster and such, ask about if he's seen any ships that are about that size that could fit the bill.
Exactly.
Now, keep in mind that there's a lot of asteroids.
Yeah.
So they might not be docking at the ship, but we could find, talking to shipmaster, we might figure out what kind of ship it is. Hugely advantageous to us.
Yeah, that's true. It's not necessarily docked at Brow.
But finding out what type of ship it is can be an advantage, because then we'll know the most likely type of. To be honest, I think it's probably bombarded by the mounted weapons, but because they've been stealing them. But that's beside the point.
So when do we want to try to ambush the ambushers?
Well, I don't know if we can pull that off, because they obviously want to.
Do you have a
well, if they want to kill Ockar, will they do it again?
Yeah, probably.
Possibly not, because he proved himself being able to fight them off.
He didn't fight them off. He ran. He didn't fight them off. He ran.
I killed one of them while I was running, but it just depends on how much they're getting paid if they feel like they want to try it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get yourself a whistle by now?
Let's say I bought one on the way back.
All right.
How much is that?
2 copper pieces.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I'll show them the whistle I bought.
Yeah, and we can go over our. Did we work out a system of whistle communication?
No.
No, I think it's blow the whistle if you're in trouble.
I'd rather not spend time here discussing one whistle blow for a blah, two whistle blows for blah. I'd rather not have to just say, we use our whistles for stuff.
Yeah, if you want to have very basic command, I mean, they're whistles. There's only a limited amount that you can do. But if you want to just say that you guys come up with a very simple system, I'm fine with that. We don't need to
We
Go
can go
into
into
deeply,
detail
yeah.
about it right now.
Yeah, so we come up with a whistle system.
If only we had a signaling expert to design a whistle system.
Now, James, you'd asked Lafdul if he had any ideas, and the conversation got derailed before he answered.
Yeah,
Lafdul,
I asked
do you
him
have
if
any?
he had any ideas of how to deal with the Torlin thing, because he said anything, and I thought he was going to elaborate on that.
I was just remarking on that, the paladin's convictions.
He was. I mean, he was certainly being exaggerating, but
I was just wondering if he had any ideas or suggestions.
He
Yeah.
can't mention anything, so he's not going to mention anything.
Okay, then.
Well, Braxon's going to look at him and say, "Well, what? If you got an idea, spit it out, man."
Nope.
I was just, like I said, even if we could sneak in, we can't because we're freaking not a very sneaky group in the first place.
Mhm.
And they're going to be on high alert anyway, so even I would say sneaking in is not an option because they're going to be on the lookout for that sort of shit.
Yeah.
They'll certainly be on the lookout on the warehouse, but they may not be in their own home.
If they're not on doing that in their own home, they're freaking stupid.
They may be freaking
That's
stupid.
exactly what I would be doing.
For all we know, they could be stupid about that.
I wouldn't risk it.
Well, certainly if we find some evidence while we're out in wild space attacking this Scavver, it could be that when we return, our first order of business will be to go down to the house and grab hold of any evidence before they get word that we've beaten them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, our first order of evidence would be to go to the watch immediately with that evidence so they can immediately act on it.
Yeah.
Or maybe our major employers, the Navy.
Well, yeah, the Navy would definitely get involved because they've been attacked. They destroyed one of their own ships
Yeah.
at this point. It's been confirmed.
Hey, Ald,
Mhm.
who would have more authority to do things, the Watch or the Navy?
on Brawl itself,
On Brawl itself.
the Watch.
The Watch, okay.
The Navy deals
Well-
with stuff outside, off Brawl. Now, I
Okay.
mean, if the Navy, if you went to the Navy and said, we've got evidence that so-and-so attacked your ship, then the Navy would absolutely go to the Watch, and the Watch would respond.
Okay, so it'd be the Watch, okay.
But the thing is I think we might get a faster reaction if we go to the Navy first. I don't know.
That may be true. I mean, it's
Because the Navy would be like, well, that's interesting. Let's crack down on that right away and secure all their assets.
Would a Sleek be capable of noticing traps?
depends
and
on the
avoiding them?
trap, and it depends. I mean, it really depends on the type of trap and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So here's something we should do: is we know the route that we're going to be taking for this escort mission, right?
Wait, I'm sorry.
We know the route we're going to be taking for this escort mission, and we do have some star charts. Maybe we should have a look at the star charts and see if there's any nearby asteroids and stuff along the path.
There's a lot of nearby asteroids. The route goes through the asteroid belt, essentially.
Okay. So that's probably where they're going to attack, is at the asteroid belt.
I mean, you don't know the exact route. You weren't informed of that, but you know roughly where it's going to be going. So
So I'm just trying to figure out if it's possible to give a wide enough berth away from the asteroids not to be too close to them,
Not
basically.
really.
So they can't just suddenly jump out and attack without us catching us by surprise. I guess
Well,
we'd know immediately because we'll drop out of spelljamming speed and go into tactical.
Yeah, but part of that's going to be down to part of that's also going to be down to how well we have people taking the watch.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's possible if they stay away from us, it's possible there could be people trying to signal or doing other things.
Also, I don't think they will change their pattern because they've been successful several times now. So I think they will stick to it.
That's a great point.
I don't know. They're probably already expecting an escort because they already were successful twice. And they took out a frickin' Navy ship, so they're probably feeling a bit overconfident, I would hope.
Well, we'll
That's
find
all.
out when we get there.
Because overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Well, can't assume that. Does anybody else have any ideas for things we could be doing in the meantime, or rest and get ready for our mission?
It's possible we could work on some drills, combat drills, specific things if we're going to need to board. We've got our crewmen. We can discuss strategies for repelling boarders as well as attacking. Obviously, the strategy we come up with the other ship, we're going to have to wait till we see the other captain. And part of that's going to be out of our hands. If the other ship decides to run when we've agreed not to run, there might not be anything we can do about that.
That's a good idea. Would you mind helping me out with that next few days or a couple days before the thing?
Yeah, let's do that.
Does anybody else have any ideas?
I can help with bow drills.
Okay.
Do you know, another thing I was thinking, I don't know if we got the best effective weapons for it. If we go onto another ship, and we know it's a ship now that's pretended to be a Scavver. If we go onto another ship, we might want to be doing things to disable that ship, like cutting down sails, that sort of thing. I'm wondering if we got the best tools to chop down doors that are locked and that kind of stuff, or whether we might need to pick up a couple of tools, maybe some axes or something.
Don't we have axes in our barrel of stuff?
You would have basic tools like some basic axes and stuff like that. Not battle axes, but axes for chopping wood. That's in the provisions that you got. That's Go ahead. Go ahead.
We
Yeldin.
do have we have 3 battle axes and 2 hand axes.
And we got long swords and stuff like that too. So.
Well, long swords aren't very good at chopping, but
Yeah.
The axes that would come with the provisions would be for, like, if you came across, like if your ship was damaged and you came across an asteroid with a forest, you could chop down the trees, make some basic, cut out some basic wood and stuff like that, and use that.
Yeah.
A few minor saws, adzes, stuff like that to cut down planks to appropriate size and things like that. So, I mean, if you need some non-weapon axes, you've got them.
Well, what we really need is some as possible is something to whatchamacallit.
I get warp wood next level, just saying.
Yeah.
That'll literally get us through any door or chest.
Well, I've got this magic warhammer that might help us knock some doors down. Lafdul, are you good at getting doors open?
Good? Question mark. He raises an eyebrows.
Well,
Some are beyond me.
what we need is any sort of if we go up against another ship and we want to go through the ship, we're going to need some sort of process for going through the ship, barreling through, getting the doors down, getting in, knocking out the defenders, and moving through.
If you guys have a crowbar, you could probably destroy the door, unless it's like a properly reinforced door.
That's the point.
Anyway.
That's the point. It's possible we could get a few more crowbars if they're good for the job.
I can't remember if I took one. I don't think I did, because it's way too much weight.
Yeah, it's like 10 pounds.
I have
Ash's,
a crowbar,
yeah,
so
Ash
you don't
is
have
the
to worry
one that
about
has
that.
one.
Yeah.
Would a magic warhammer be good for battering down doors?
Good-ish. I mean,
It's better than a sword, but not as good as an axe.
in a specific situation, I may give you a bonus to an open door bend bars roll or something like that, depending on the situation and the door, stuff like that.
If only I'd kept some cheap chisels and hammers from inside Brow.
I have chisels and hammers, he remarks.
That could be good for knocking out hinges.
Yeah, I can get rid of hinges, that's fine, if the hinges are visible.
Yeah.
And of course, you do have a character with 20 strength.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I was remarking on the crowbar. Just give him a crowbar, he'll break the door.
He'll
He'll
just headbutt his way through.
We'll give you a crowbar. You'll be more effective.
All right. Well,
yeah,
it is.
Gives, like,
go ahead.
it gives like an extra 10% is what a crowbar does, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's afternoon. It sounds like you guys have some things that you want to do over the next couple days. Is there anything that anyone wants to do, like the rest of this day specific, or this evening, or anything like that?
Well, like I said, checking out the ships
Is
on the
Ockar
docks.
going to be staying with us?
Well, we could attempt to do the ambusher thing at night.
Well,
but...
if we're not doing that, then you need to be escorted, so to speak.
Yeah.
Then we go as a group. We take you home, then we come back, or something.
Right.
I'm just saying.
That works. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, none of us go
The
along.
ambush isn't a terrible idea. I would.
Do we want to take our time with it? Do we want to spend time on that though? Because
We have some days to go, so we do have the time for it.
You have the game. You have the in-game time. Do you want to take the out-of-game time to set this up and have a combat and stuff like that? I think that's what he was getting at.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea.
I don't mind either way. Up to you guys.
yeah, it is because I won't say no to more EXP.
Gotta look at those stats.
It might just be enough to push me over the level that I've been waiting for.
You need 600 like me, don't you?
No, I need a bit more.
Ockar
But-
needs 600.
Yeah, I still need like 8,000, so.
Because my level up is at 9,000 experience, and I'm at like 7,800.
Yeah, Braxon needs loads.
I need like 600 XP as well. So let's try to do the ambush thing. If we can get it,
Oh my god!
if we can pull it off, we can level up. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Let's just find random muggers and fight them. Whether they're involved or not, we'll be helping Brow.
It's D&D. We're allowed to do that.
Bribe some people to attack us so we can get some XP.
Oh my god.
The good old XP to go to XP currency transaction.
Hey guys, I just realized that I'm worth just enough experience to level everyone up. Why are you
Who
looking
is?
at me like that? No, that's an old joke in in a Dragon magazine. Worst ways to die. One player says, "Hey guys, I just realized that my character is worth just enough experience to level everyone up."
and then they kill him.
That was the subtext, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you guys want to try and...
We're gonna go murder Hobo.
It's an effective strategy.
Well, we could do this as we went around anyway. We could kind of split up, but have our whistles and be close enough to each other and agree on separate routes that lead to the same place.
That sounds like a good idea. Probably in Lowtown, since I think that's where they'd be more likely to attack, since that's a bit more poor-ish, I think? Is that how it works? Like, the different town areas are divided by wealth and stuff?
Basically, yeah.
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 Well, certainly I wanted to check out the ships. We could wander down there. And if we did want to buy any more tools, we could wander to the lower market. If we're going to go back to where Ockar's based, during or at the end of the day, we can wander through the streets.
Okay.
Let's quickly open the purse as well, the pouch.
Where we Amber?
Whether anything has.
I don't think it's been a day yet since we put it in. It's only been a few hours.
No, it's been a day.
Oh, has it? Okay.
No, I don't think it has. I think you put the 3 copper pieces in this day because when
Yeah,
you
we
opened it
did.
this day you found the 2 platinum, the 1 gold, 1 electrum, 1 silver.
Yeah, that's what happened, because we put the 3 copper in, and then we split up to do our things.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's another day.
So, I guess we'll go walk around, do our things, go talk to the shipmaster stuff, kind of walk around a bit, split up for each other with the whistles, and if anything happens, we blow.
Okay.
Has anyone tried putting a gemstone in that pouch?
No.
No, but let's not do that yet. And
Fair
I don't
enough.
think it'll affect gemstone. It'll probably only affect currency.
It may destroy the bag magically somehow. I wouldn't put it above Ald.
All right, so what exactly do you want to do this afternoon or this evening?
Go to the docks and talk to the shipmaster guy about ships.
Okay. All right, so who's going to go?
I am.
Braxon a go.
I'll go.
Lafdul has nothing else better to do, so he'll go.
All right, let's make a group effort of it then.
Yeah.
Everybody goes.
Everybody.
Let's go slightly different routes though.
Yeah, we'll split up and just be near enough so that we can hear each other's whistles, but before another party, so in case we may attract ambushers.
In midday.
And
I take Tayan and
With-
tell it
they-
to sort of go back and forth between us.
they may be stupid.
Oh, they're being paid an incredible amount.
All right,
So,
so you're
Braxton's going to make a show of saying goodbye to Ockar and say see you later.
so
You
you
Right.
want
want to hang around for a bit.
everyone to split apart individually, or do you want to go in pairs or in threes or what?
I would
Uh,
suggest that people who are less good at fighting go in pairs or threes. We
that-
definitely want Ockar to be on his own as bait.
So Leva would have to go with somebody since she's the only one that can't put up a fight by herself.
Hey, Lava, why don't you come with me?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I'll leave first.
Okay, so it's going to be Asher and Leva, Ockar, Braxon. You're going to go alone as well.
Yeah.
Lafdul, Yeldin, are you going to go alone?
Sure, why not?
I don't really mind.
Okay.
I asked Tayan to accompany Ockar, but out of the way, out of sight.
I guess I could let him store away in my backpack.
Then he can't just run back in case something happens.
Yeah, but he can communicate telepathically or empathically for danger.
Yeah.
Travel.
He could jump out and run away.
Yeah, as you wish.
Generally speaking, unless Ockar gets slain, Taya isn't going to get slain.
Okay.
Unless he gets firewalled or something.
Or somebody stabs me through my backpack.
Wow.
So I don't.
It's just
The thing is that if Tayan actually walks around, he can sort of shadow the people who do walk alone.
Or he could get attacked by a dog or something.
A cat. A house cat comes and it takes Tayan's a mouse and goes after him.
No, that's true. That's true as well. Tayan could discover things on his own. I think it's liver school.
Up to you.
I'll have him shadow the people who walk around alone.
Well,
okay.
You need to have him shadow one. He can't shadow multiple.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he can sort of go from one to the other.
Not easily. You're talking about trying to get him to seek out someone else in a crowd on another street. He's either got to go with one person or he goes with you. Or he goes his own way.
Doesn't he know the other spy well enough by now that he can pick him out of a crowd?
Yeah, but you're going completely separate routes.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
I sent him with Ockar.
Okay.
I sent him with Ockar.
Kind of like the results of
getting some background audio, Ockar.
called a spinning toy and
James.
claiming it helped her autistic students.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Alright, so each of you are going to be going separately with Higgimus and Leva together.
I didn't think anything would be picked up from my headphones. I don't know why it does that sometimes.
It's your microphone.
Yeah, it's your microphone.
It's an external, so it's not internal.
Okay.
Alright. So are you going to meet up down at the docks?
That's the plan. Taking our own different routes. We'll eventually meet up at the docks.
Well, we want to go down similar streets, so we should agree on the route that Ockar's going, and we either follow him at a distance, or we go down a parallel road.
Okay, so point out where we start at.
Okay, so your hotel is here, or your inn is... I'm on the wrong thing. Stupid. I hate that you can't do that when you're on the hand. It's
right there?
The light purple building, yeah.
Then I probably go this way, and then down this way, go down this street, and eventually arrive at... Wait, no, the shipyards are over here.
You're going down a main street. You're going to be with a crowd.
Yeah, then that way.
Let me double check to see what building the
Yeah, that's mentioned at the shipyards.
Yeah, but that's more like dockyards. It's dry dock and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Our ship is currently.
No, your ship is out and it's docked normally now.
Oh.
That bit there is where our ship was repaired, and these things here, these are where the ship's dock.
Yeah, but once it was finished, they docked it normally. The building that you were going to is here.
Okay, then I guess I'll make my way over there. Sometimes going on Main Street, sometimes going through kind of back street kind of things.
All right.
Lafdul's gonna go through the Elven Forest. He's gonna go through here and kind of like go along.
Well,
just taking a slightly longer route.
If we're still discussing this, Braxon would say the idea was for us to go close to each other.
Well, how close? Are we like that then?
It can't be too close because they'll know something is up.
Yeah, but you got to be close enough that if someone gets attacked, the rest of us can get there.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is to bait an attack and have the rest of us close at hand to arrive within a minute or so.
Well then, but then it makes more sense if we just follow him.
Yeah, well then we'll follow him. But what I'm saying is, if we know the route, someone could go down the street to the left, and someone could go down the street to the right.
I was just thinking about it, and I figure, yeah, that's good and all, but the best way to do it is we have only one person by themselves, now that I thought about it.
Yeah, okay.
And that way, then we know who the target will be.
Yep. Okay, we'll let Ockar be the bait. He can handle himself. The rest of us can go into several paces away from each other, so we don't look like so much like one group.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That works.
So basically, everyone else is going to follow Ockar at a distance.
Yeah.
All right.
Continual distance and 7 yards, then another 7 yards, then another 7 yards, or
that?
No, we can go at different paces. We can sometimes look in shop windows and that sort of thing. We should get Yeldin to tell us how to do it, because we're trying to track someone.
My tracking methods are good only for in the forest.
you're talking about just stalking someone. You know, how do you follow someone?
It's different between people and animals. I know that much.
Yeah, and he's not trying to get lost.
If Tayan is with Ockar, then Leva can pretty much point in the specific direction that he's at. Now that if he's on the other side of a building, that might be of limited use, and she can get a general distance, but
Point to a landmark, basically.
well, not necessarily even that, but she could certainly if she gets the impression from Tayan that Ockar is under attack, she can guide you to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I suggest Higgimus and I go first, at least.
No, we're gonna all go as a group at following Ockar, basically. This is what was decided, because we only want one target, not multiple.
I meant, yeah.
Yeah, so
It'd probably be a good idea for Tan or me to go outside the end, just in case someone's been watching our end.
you mean check around the outside to see if someone's been
Snooping around.
watching?
I wouldn't put it past them. I'm just a passing thought.
Do you want to do that?
We haven't exactly ruled out that they might be watching us where we are.
In that case, we especially want to fool them.
Well, do you want to do that?
Go for it.
I do, but I don't know how to go about it.
Well, you tell me that you're going to do that, and then I'll tell you what you see and find. Any appropriate rolls.
Should Tan temporarily go with me, then I could let him go. Then he finds Higgimus or something.
Well,
Ockar,
I mean, if
rather.
you're going to be checking out the outside of the building before Ockar actually leaves.
All right, yeah, no, I did that. Then I'll go outside and start checking around.
All right, because Tayan's not going to do much good for you here. In that kind of Tayan can't tell someone watching this place versus someone just loitering.
No, but couldn't Lafdul make Tayan sort of understood there's something wrong outside and send him back?
Not really.
Okay.
All right, so Lafdul, do you want to try to hide in shadows or anything like that? So
yeah.
Try to keep out of
I
sight?
don't know if he can hide. Well, yeah, he's just being obscure.
Yeah.
As best he can.
Okay. What's your hide in shadows roll?
Very, I
30?
think.
Okay.
Yeah, move silently and hide in shadows, both very.
All right. Let's see.
Attack noise is 40.
Yeah, but if you're outside on the streets, there will be noise all over.
Yeah, no, just in case.
Okay, unfortunately, it is quite bright out. There really is nothing that you can hide in, but you can still try to be as surreptitious as possible. I rolled a 94 for your hide in shadows roll, so you realize quite quickly that there's no hiding in shadows immediately outside.
He's kind of like just walking along the wall.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, go ahead and give me a wisdom check against half your wisdom score.
Wisdom is his cleric main class.
Yeah, about half.
You see absolutely nothing suspicious.
Yep, Lafdul goes back inside.
You see absolutely nothing suspicious. You're completely convinced that there is no one watching this place.
That's how I'm role-playing it. I don't suspect a thing.
Now, keep in mind that doesn't necessarily mean that there is someone watching.
Yeah, no, I'm going along with that.
Yeah,
Lafdul just doesn't have any idea.
Partly for the rest of the party, too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything out there, but then I couldn't really, be not too obvious about it. There's nowhere to really hide in daylight. There's people walking in and out of the inn.
Yeah, it's afternoon. There's crowds and people around. But you looked around. You were absolutely convinced that there was no one out there that looked suspicious. No one that appeared to be watching this place. You didn't see a darn thing that looked like someone who might be watching and waiting for you guys.
Is that failed or a pass?
That's a miserable fail.
Yeah, that's a critical fail.
Oh,
okay. If
I had to get reminded
Ockar and Tayan went outside, would Tayan be good enough to realize that some of those figures walking around turn around and follow Ockar?
Maybe.
If there were some?
Maybe.
You can tell him to look outside of his backpack.
Well, I can attempt to start to leave, and we'll see what happens.
So, Ockar, why don't we do it this way? No, he shouldn't be in your backpack because then he can't.
He looks directly behind him.
He could sort of convey to me that there are people who turn around and follow if he notices them.
Okay.
So you go ahead and we follow later. And I ask Tayan to tell me. What do I tell him? I ask him to let me know if he has the feeling that some of those humanoid figures that he sees actually turn around and start following Ockar. Can he see that?
Yeah, that's a little bit much for a familiar to be able to do.
So how far? What could I ask him to do?
Really, your best bet is to essentially use him as a signal. So he accompanies Ockar. He will be able to tell that Ockar gets into a fight or gets attacked, and then he can convey that to you, and you guys can come running. There's not much that he could do in terms.
It doesn't have to play the signal whistle I bought.
Well,
yeah, but that assumes that you can actually signal. I mean, who knows what happens? If someone hits you on the back of the head, you're not going to be able to signal.
Yeah.
Make sure you're wearing a helmet.
But Lafdul could go outside and casually stand in the corner.
I'm always wearing a helmet, my good man.
And see whether anyone sort of gets up and starts following Ockar.
Yeah, but keep in mind that Lafdul would be quite obvious. There was nowhere to hide in shadows out there.
Yeah, okay. All right. Off you go.
I could.
Yeah, I'm going to head out and start making my way to the building we had to go to.
All right, so is Tayan going to be in your backpack, Ockar?
Yes, but I'll have him kind of glancing out the back of it.
Okay.
If he can.
And Lafdul, are you going to be outside keeping an eye out?
Have we rested since Ockar got attacked, so to speak?
Yes, because it happened the
So I
night
changed
before.
my spell. Why?
Yes,
It
but
happened-
you used your detect evil spell when you visited Calhain earlier today.
Yeah, I was wondering if I got that replaced.
No.
Nope.
So I would have memorized Sanctuary, but I'll just put that as cast today.
Yeah, so whatever you had when you cast detect evil is
Yeah.
what you have.
Alright. I just throw up a cloak and just walk outside somewhere and just lean against the wall.
Okay. All right, Ockar, you go ahead and head out. Let me check something. Okay. Lafdul, you do not see anyone following him, anything obvious at least. Ockar, you begin your trip. How long does everyone else want to wait before they head out?
I think a 10-minute delay between each person.
10 minutes
No,
is
we're
too
all
much.
going as a
So
group.
way too long.
so-
5-minute delay.
And run.
I'd say like 2 minutes.
30 seconds to 1 minute, I'd say.
How
Let's do
fast
it
can
2
we
minutes.
run?
All right,
How
sorry.
fast can we
You-
run?
Who wants... So, my understanding was that the idea was that the rest of you were going to basically go out as a group. So that you would all get a... If Ockar gets attacked, then you all get to him at about the same time.
No,
That's
that
my
draws too much
understanding.
attention.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking 5 minutes after because we have the honing. We know exactly where we are, and 5 minutes distance of walking is not that far for a 5
5
minute
minutes
run.
is like
Or-
That would
5
be-
rounds of combat, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you were
Yeah.
running, that would be basically 2 to 3 minutes. So that would be 2
Oh,
to
is
3
it?
rounds of combat that he would have to fight on his own.
The thing
And
is,
It's just
5
like a
minutes-
minute in between.
And I'm sure not to be able to handle a couple minutes of combat.
I'll go second, so at least I can be in there to cast spells.
No, we're all going as a group. Did you not get that?
Fine, we'll go as a group, man.
Yeah.
If you really want to do it that way.
Well,
I
what I
can-
said is we could string out a bit so that we don't all walk as a big group. We can be like 10, 20 seconds apart. But I think waiting 5 minutes is a bit too long.
Higgimus, you can't hide, so I suggest we just keep to the main road and we follow.
Yeah.
And also keep in mind that if you're separated and there's no whistle, but Leva gets the impression from Tayan that Ockar is under attack,
Yeah.
only she and whoever is with her would know.
Yeah.
So,
I wasn't proposing
about
we were
to
minutes
keep-
away from each other.
Okay,
I was
well-
talking like 10. I was talking like 10 seconds apart so that we don't look like a group.
Yeah, I'm
You know,
just...
one person walking one side of the road, one person walking the other, that kind of thing.
Spread out.
How far is the whistle audible?
Does that class as disturbing the peace?
No. Not necessarily. I mean, especially if it's in response to being attacked. I would say, I mean, close enough that you know, if you're a couple minutes away, you can definitely hear it.
Actually,
Couple of-
I
Seven.
would pass Ockar some caltrops if he wants them.
I guess I'll take him.
Okay.
10 caltrops.
Okay. All right. So Ockar, you go ahead and head out,
Anyway,
and so let's just say a minute later, everyone else goes kind of spread out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Ockar, you begin, and you're basically just gonna all meet up at the Dockmaster's office.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's check to see if anything happens.
Come on, come on, come on. Big money, big money, big money.
No whammies.
I don't even know if that's an American culture thing.
All right, so Ockar, you did say that you were going to take some alleys.
Yeah.
Okay. Then go ahead and pick me an alley that you were going to be going down somewhere in the Low City.
Okay, which is the Low City?
Basically just,
Here,
you know,
by the low market.
up to about there.
I guess through here, kinda?
Well, you went to the Grand Market, right? Where is the place we're going?
It's around
Okay.
here.
Here.
So I guess I'd go kinda through here if possible.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Let's see.
Oh, I'm struggling to find where you are.
I'll ping it.
Okay,
I just wanted to
thanks.
kind of get an idea of where he's gonna go. So,
What device are you using to view the map?
Roll 20. Aha!
so he's gonna go through that alley. Let's see. Actually, yeah, that's fine. All right.
Oh, that's the area where the muggins were.
No, the muggins were
No.
over
They
here.
were
Closer
fairly
to the
close.
low market.
All right, so you're cutting through these alleys to go from Squid Street and come out onto the Angle.
Yep.
And as you make your way through there, let's go ahead and check something. All right. You hear a sound from behind you, footsteps, and turning around, you were expecting something like this might happen, so you're not surprised. But you see a number of thugs, and some of them might be the same ones that you saw the night before. Although there's fewer in total now.
Well, because I killed one.
Well, yeah, but you see 4 of them there.
Might not see the others.
And they're closing in on you quite quickly.
Can I draw my blade and shield before they can get all the way to me?
One of them says, "Oh, yeah, you're the one that we was looking for. We want to get you back for what you did to our mate the other night."
Well, you should have thought better than trying to take a fight with me. I say as I draw my shield and have my shield ready. I draw my
Alrighty.
sword.
Shield and
Do I
sword.
know? Do I know already that Ockar is being attacked?
Yeah, I think you would get that.
You got a whistle as well, but whether or not you want to draw that much attention.
Yeah, you would know. You would know that that he has stopped and turned, and it was abrupt. It was not, it's abnormal. You don't know attack because he hasn't been struck yet.
Okay, I turn around to Higgimus and I say, "Hey, I think we've got to hurry. He stopped."
Oh, goody. And I'll take off after her.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
we
as
blow
soon
the
as we
whistle,
see
and
her,
we blow the whistle, so the others know as well.
that works.
All right. So because he took a trip down an alley, it's going to be a little bit harder to get to him. So it's going to be the third round is when you're going to come up, but you're going to be at their back.
Yep.
I draw my gun.
Oh my god. Okay, well,
You're going to shoot Ockar.
Yep. Go ahead and roll initiative. Actually, you know what? I think we'll take our break now.
Oh,
Do a little bit of a cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger
You've
time.
turned to face 4 thugs. They are wielding clubs, and they are coming towards you. And
weapon drawn.
draw your weapon, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes, everyone.
Ah,
Get some
damn it.
excitement to come back to.
That's a great cliffhanger time.
I know. I was looking forward to it.
Terrible cliffhanger. That's like 2 days on your YouTube thing, isn't it?
No.
Oh, come on.
No, it's 4 hours.
It's
yeah,
not
I know,
as bad
but
as...
he splits them up.
Yeah,
so
no, but it's only
like
4
another
hours.
day.
I put them up all on the same day.
It's not as bad as his other cliffhanger where we were about to be arrested by the police and he made everyone wait a week.
That's true.
That was much better than this one.
Anyway, we'll
This
be
is
back
just
in about 10 minutes.